A soft awakening in the land of forgotten dreams, just before sleep takes you there, is a moment when the world feels slightly unreal. A moment when thoughts blur and memories loosen their grip. It is in that fragile space that this story begins. Because, long before you ever noticed it, you have already been walking toward a place you once knew, a place where your dreams were never forgotten, only waiting. Eli did not remember the last time he had truly dreamed, not the kind of dreams that linger in the chest upon waking, not the kind that leave behind a warmth or a quiet knowing. His nights had become empty stretches of rest without memory. Sleep arrived and departed without leaving a trace. During the day, his life moved forward as expected. Morning light filtered through familiar windows, coffee warmed his hands, tasks filled the hours, conversations passed lazily, everything functioned, everything continued. And yet, somewhere beneath it all, there was a gentle absence, as if a room inside him had gone silent one evening as twilight softened the edges of the day. Eli felt an unusual pull toward sleep, not exhaustion, but invitation. He lay down earlier than usual, the room dim and still, the air calm and patient. As his breathing slowed, something shifted. It felt like stepping through a thin veil, a quiet crossing so subtle he might have missed it. If not for the way the world around him gently changed, he found himself standing on a narrow path. The sky above, painted in hues of deep blue and silver, stars shimmered faintly. As though remembering him, the air was warm and familiar, carrying the scent of earth after rain. Ahead stretched a land untouched by time. Rolling hills, soft glowing fields, distant lights flickering like memories. This was not a place of urgency. Nothing hurried here, nothing asked to be proven. Somehow Eli knew where he was, though he had never been here before. This was the land of forgotten dreams, a place where dreams that had been abandoned, unfinished or unremembered, quietly gathered, waiting without resentment, without fading. As Eli took his first step forward, the ground beneath his feet felt steady and welcoming, each step lighter than the last. With every breath, his body felt more at ease, as though it had been holding tension for years without realizing it. In the distance, a soft bell rang, not loudly but clearly, calling gently rather than commanding. Eli followed the sound along the winding path past fields where glowing shapes floated lazily in the air, each one carrying a feeling: hope, curiosity, longing, joy. As he passed them, they pulsed softly, acknowledging his presence, welcoming him back. He realized then that these were dreams, not images but sensations, the kind of dreams he once carried easily as a child, before life taught him to be careful, before expectations narrowed possibility. Memories began to rise within him, not sharply but like waves gently reaching shore. He remembered lying on the floor as a child, imagining entire worlds in the patterns of the ceiling. He remembered believing without question that anything was possible, that the future was wide open and kind. Somewhere along the way, those dreams had not disappeared. They had simply been set aside, placed carefully in this land, waiting for a time when he would be ready to remember them again. The path opened into a quiet village, bathed in golden light. Homes lined the road with open doors and softly glowing windows. Each home radiated a feeling of warmth and safety. Eli felt no fear, only recognition. He approached one of the homes and gently stepped inside. The room was filled with objects from different moments of his life. A notebook filled with unfinished ideas, a small instrument he once longed to learn, paintbrushes untouched for years, maps marked with places he dreamed of visiting. None of them accused him, none of them demanded explanation. They simply waited. At the center of the room stood a mirror, its surface calm and clear. When Eli stepped closer, he did not see his current reflection. Instead, he saw himself as he once was, upright, posture open, unburdened by doubt. The reflection smiled gently, not with sadness but with understanding. "You never stopped dreaming," the reflection seemed to say without words. "You only forgot how to listen." Tears welled in Eli's eyes, not from grief but from relief. He had not failed himself, he had not lost anything. Everything he needed had been patiently waiting outside the village. The land stretched onward toward a soft horizon glowing with early light. Eli sensed that this was the place of awakening, where forgotten dreams did not overwhelm but gently returned one by one at the pace the heart could handle. He walked toward it, feeling lighter with each step. Along the way, he met others, travelers resting beneath trees, children laughing as they chased glowing orbs, elders sitting quietly watching the sky. Each one carried the same calm presence, the same peaceful certainty. They were not chasing dreams, they were living alongside them. As Eli reached the edge of the land, the sky began to shift, stars fading, Gently, light warming, not morning as the world knew it, but awakening of another kind. A soft voice rose from the land itself, not external but within. Take only what you are ready for. Eli closed his eyes and breathed. He did not try to gather everything. He did not reach for certainty or plans. Instead, he allowed one simple thing to return, a feeling. The feeling that life could be gentle, that dreams did not have to be loud to be real, that rest itself could be a doorway. As the light grew brighter, the land began to soften, edges blurring, sounds quieting. Eli felt himself drifting, not away but inward. When he opened his eyes, he was back in his room, the familiar ceiling above him. The night still wrapped gently around the world, but something was different. His chest felt warm, his breathing deep and easy. A quiet smile rested on his lips. Though he could not remember every detail of the land, the feeling remained like a soft ember glowing within. From that night on, Eli's sleep changed. Dreams returned slowly, not every night, not all at once, but each one carried a sense of kindness, a reminder, an invitation. And during the day he moved differently, with less urgency, with more listening. He began to create. Again, not to achieve, but to express. He allowed curiosity back into his life, allowed rest to be meaningful, allowed dreams to exist without needing immediate answers. The land of forgotten dreams did not disappear, it simply settled quietly within him, a place he could return to whenever he allowed himself to soften. And now, as you rest here, listening, breathing gently, perhaps you too are standing at the edge of that land. Perhaps something within you is stirring, not demanding, not urgent, just waiting. There is nothing you need to remember right now, nothing you need to reclaim. Simply rest, let sleep take you softly. Let dreams come and go as they wish, whatever you have forgotten, whatever parts of yourself have grown quiet. No, this they have not left. They are waiting kindly, patiently, and when the time is right, they will awaken gently, just like this sleep. Now you are safe, and your dreams remember you.